John and Gordy on WMDX. Good morning, Madison.
That's it.
92.7 WMDX. Lord,
Our new open.
No, it isn't really.
It can be every once in a while.
Yeah, no.
That
mix
is
it.
a little AI magic for us.
Yeah, the John and Gordy AI singers putting that together. Good morning, Madison. Hey, rise and shine, shake a leg, up and at 'em.
It
Top
is
of the morning
a
to you.
brisk morning. We've got
Yeah.
T-shirts, flannel shirts, and a light jacket over that.
Yes.
It's not good.
Well, you got to dress in layers now.
No, yes, you do.
Remember.
And the game is today. We're going to be off this afternoon to a Brewer game, and we'll have some of our listeners there as well.
Yes.
It should be a lot of fun. You know, we'll see what happens.
Should be in the low 60s this afternoon.
It should be a hard game for you because you're not a big fan of the Brewers. You're a Cubs fan.
I am a Cubs fan.
Dom, what are you big Brewer fan, right?
I'm a Brewer fan, but I actually am a White Sox fan at the end of the day.
White Sox.
Unfortunately.
What the God's name? What is that? All right. What's that noise? Please.
Now, how are you you're a fan of the Southsiders,
Yeah, 'cause
Chicago.
that's where I'm originally from. So
Oh,
I've
okay.
always been a White Sox fan, but Brewers are close second. Go Brewers.
Okay.
What part of Chicago were you?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the south
Well,
side.
I mean,
like
what-
specifically,
We
like
won't
what
hold
neighborhood?
it against you. Yeah. No
Tinley,
matter what neighborhood.
Tinley Park.
Oh, Tinley Park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tinley Park.
Oh,
So-
boy, that's a troubled area. All right.
What's the stadium? Is the soccer stadium there?
It's a big convention center, so it's a big concert kind of stadium rather
Okay.
than a soccer stadium. More concert venues are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're known for. That's
I went
it.
there once for a couple of shows there. I think Steely Dan and
Oh, really?
might have seen Clapton's Crossroads. I think that was there.
They probably were. Yeah, it's huge.
Anyway, it's 43 degrees. That's how chilly it is out
It
there.
is.
It feels it too. So, bundle up, dress in layers. Yeah. Take an extra jacket, an extra sweater, a hoodie,
Yes.
whatever you got.
Yeah.
Just throw it on this morning.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Highs about 63 today. Do you have a track on the sunrise and the sunset numbers
I
there?
actually
from your
do.
WMDX Samsung watch?
The latest numbers came in this morning.
You want to share those with us, or got to keep it to yourself?
Sure. No, 6:26 sunrise, and sunset is set to set at 7:26.
Okay, very
There
good.
you go.
That's amazing. Okay.
Well, it's tough to keep track of all this stuff, but my Samsung watch is able to do that and more.
That's great.
Well,
Back to the Brewer game for a
Yes.
second.
Yeah.
Now, I know your wife is a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Cubs fan. It'll be great because the Brewers are taking on the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes.
And Kyle Schwarber's on that team. He was with the Cubs
Who?
when
did you just
Schwarber.
clear your throat or something?
Kyle Schwarber,
Okay.
not Schwaba, Schwarber.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
He was on the World Series winning Cubs.
Oh, with the Cubs fan. Yeah.
in 2016.
Yeah, well, that's great. Great news.
So I'm sure all the Cubs fans that are going to the Brewer game will enjoy seeing Kyle Schwarber once again. What are we watching?
Kettle Moraine.
What is this?
Kettle Moraine Heating. They have an ad on, and they have like
Kids dressed
people
in
dressed in stars.
star costumes.
Yes, because that's how many stars I guess their customers are giving them.
Oh, okay, like 4-star, 5-star, something.
But it
like
was surreal.
that. Okay, that was
All
odd.
right, a big thumbs up. Kettle Moraine Heating.
We've got Tim Slecker lined up in about a half hour
Yeah.
or less, and talking to him about whatever's going on in the world of education. And then Paul Fanlon from the Capital Times. He's the publisher. He's going to be talking with us in our 7 o'clock hour about Cap Times Idea Fest. That's happening next week. Man, they've really got a great lineup this year for Idea Fest. J.B. Pritzker there, the governor of Illinois, he's going to be there. Tim Walz from Minnesota, governor there. Also Jennifer Rubin, Norman Eisen, Maureen Dowd, Eugene Robinson. And the list goes on and
Forgot
on.
our names again this year?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think
I
we
would
were
like
invited.
to think every once in a while, we come up with a good one.
A good idea? Yeah. No, I don't think we're on the list.
good analysis here on the show every once in a while.
Would have known by now.
Yeah, I gotta say, we got we have Tim Slucker coming up from Busted Pencils. We'll be talking about Oklahoma again. Ryan Walters.
That state is just, I don't know what's going
collapsing
on.
under the weight of Ryan Walters.
Yeah.
But they're doing some interesting things, testing teachers from out of state to make sure they're not woke. And we'll be getting into that. We have a cut that we're going to play. A little after 7 o'clock, the big story is Florida getting rid of their mandated vaccines for children.
Just like that.
It's really hard to wrap your head around what the Republicans or MAGAs, I don't know, what do we call them now? I am just tired of throwing these names around. Is there a way that we could combine Republican and MAGA together?
No, I don't know.
I'm trying to see if there's anything online.
MAGA-publicans?
MAGA, yeah.
You like that one?
I like that one a lot.
MAGA-publican.
Light up there.
So if we could do something like that and just, get rid of this, there are no Republicans anymore. The MAGAs are purely a construction of Trump.
Yeah.
This is totally Trump. This is his agenda, whatever that agenda is. It changes constantly. And this is what happens when you have a guy like RFK Jr. Saying that, we don't believe in vaccines anymore. You get rid of the CDC. You get rid of all of these people that know what to do about the next possible pandemic. And then you have Florida reacting to it by a knee-jerk reaction saying that all mandated vaccines are now gone. You don't have to get them.
Mm-hmm. Right? It's just up to you. Yeah. But no guidance.
This is big. I have the full speech from the Surgeon General in Florida. It is so surreal and so horrific and so monstrous that I'm going to play the whole damn thing.
Wow.
It is just unbelievable. Can't
wait.
And yeah, I know. It's a great... I'm also going to say this. He says the same thing over and over and over again, and that's one of the scariest parts of the speech. He has nothing to add.
I see.
And then he's the Surgeon General. He's like, the head of the Department of Health. And he's there saying, who am I to tell you what vaccines to get?
wait. You're the head of the health department.
Your head explodes. Of course
I can't wait to hear that now.
We expect you to be the person to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he doesn't have to actually take responsibility for it. I mean, all of these mandates were put in place before he got there. Why not just keep it going? Why bring it up?
Right. That's pretty much what Bobby Kennedy said. Bobby Kennedy Jr. in front of Congress. Well, I'm not the one to listen to for health advice.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yes.
Great.
I remember that.
And now there's 1,000 CDC former workers have signed on to a petition to get rid of Bobby Kennedy Jr. Yeah.
Well, he's obviously not going to listen to that.
No. He's going to stick with it as long as possible.
Well, we were in trouble when they named the Surgeon General in Florida.
Yeah.
Because he's just nuts. They call him a doctor. I assume he is, but this is Joseph Ladapo, and he has been saying crazy things ever since he became the Surgeon General down there. And, of course, DeSantis, who used to support the COVID vaccine, is against it. And so this is all part of DeSantis's vision of what that state should look like. Okay. He doesn't want mandates of any kind in his state, and they're getting rid of all of them. So they call it freedom. You have the freedom to die from diseases in Florida. Yeah. Thank goodness for that.
Apparently so.
Anyway, that's a big story coming up after 7 o'clock.
Okay. Hey, checking our poll numbers here, WMDXradio.com, the poll question. Still got a day or two to go on this. I think we update it either on Fridays or Mondays. I have to double check.
I think it's Fridays.
Well, I really want
sure?
Yes, it's Fridays.
Have we nailed that down finally?
Tomorrow,
okay, that's great.
Tomorrow we'll have a new one. Is that what you're saying, or is it?
It's after our show.
Okay,
Friday,
so then it's Monday that
Well, it is after our show on Friday, so technically it is Friday.
And that's when it changes?
That's when it changes.
Okay.
Can't it change during the weekend sometimes so we can see the results on Friday? We have all day to look at the results.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
From all week long.
Because we need a whole day to review.
I mean, we had a whole week of getting this poll going, and then we get rid of it on Friday when the poll results are there finally for everybody to see.
Well, let's talk about those poll results for this question. Okay. Would you support a motorized-free State Street downtown Madison year-round? And the first answer is yes. I only want feet, bikes, and scooters and other personal mobility devices on State Street. No buses or delivery trucks. That's at 25% now. Second answer is yes, and install bollards to keep motor vehicles off so pedestrians can feel safer on the street.
Okay.
That's at 12.5%. The big winner here is nope, we need to allow buses and delivery trucks, but no other autos. That's at 62%. That's the way it is now.
Well,
right?
I'm glad a lot of people are deciding that makes sense.
Yes. I mean, you got to have delivery trucks.
Yeah.
There's no other way they can
get. A lot of these places don't have the alley behind them.
Right.
Yeah.
And at 0%, nope, we should allow all traffic on State Street. That's at 0%. Remember when we allowed all traffic on State Street?
I remember
many years ago.
And they closed it off for the Halloween celebration.
Yeah. Do we have time for Would You Rather, or do you want to hold it over? Okay, you want to go to the phones?
Let's go to the phones, yeah.
All right. Mark is on the line from the SAC this morning.
Mark, what do you got for us today?
Good morning, Mark.
Yeah, I'd say, except for the apparent, the rising, seemingly pro-slavery movement of the MAGA Republicans here, that I'd say they share a lot in common with the old Know-Nothing Party from the 19th century, early 19th century, where they actually opposed very nativist. They were very nativist, and they opposed immigration. There was a strong anti-Catholic, vibe to the Know-Nothings. Of course, they're trying to incorporate, heal some of the schism between the Catholics and the Protestants, because I can remember not all that long ago there were some of the Protestant churches that were saying the Catholic Church was the or church and in line with Satan because the whole Pope thing and but Know-Nothing it's kind of a new Know-Nothing party.
The Know-Nothing Party. Yeah.
It's going to kill hundreds of thousands of people and if not millions, and disease spreads across state lines. I mean,
well, that's what we're going to get into that because that's the big issue for me.
Mark, thank you for that call.
And Dr. Ladapo also says that these mandates are the closest thing to slavery. Wow.
Okay. It's coming up on 20 past the hour. We'll be back with more. We'll be checking our trending headlines coming up on John and Gordy in the Morning, WMDX, Madison.
process. Kehoe also asked for a ban of foreign contributions supporting initiatives and to require the posting of
You can ask me what's trending. What's trending? You can ask me what's trending. What's trending? You can ask me what's trending.
WMDX 92.7. This is John and Gordy in the morning.
It's a
Thursday.
Chilly start this
Yeah,
morning.
it's cold.
43 degrees, and the highs just into the low 60s for today. Hey, before we get to trending, I want to remind you our listener appreciation party is this coming Saturday, and you are invited. Yes, it's open to the public, and it's happening Saturday the 6th at Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove. We're getting everybody together, all of our listeners, and we hope to see a lot of our regulars like Joe and Mark and Dick and, whoever else. What do you got going on over there, John?
What?
Hang on a
That was
second.
me, but I don't know what's going on.
No, it's a trending thing. I'm going to bring it up in just a moment.
Okay. We can hear that. Yeah.
You can?
Yes.
You can actually hear that? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Mic goes off. I mean, there it is on my little laptop.
Okay. Back to the listener appreciation party at Downdren's. Hey, we want to see you there, including all of our VIP winners. Don't forget, you'll be getting that swag bag, and starts at 3 o'clock at Downdren's Distilling. So everybody show up. We're going to have a good time.
We have a text here from Tina, and she says, does this mean that insurance companies will not have to pay for vaccines for people who want them? Will people now be paying out of pocket? And that's one of the big issues. If the CDC doesn't recommend them and Health and Human Services doesn't back them, the insurance companies will not provide them. And you'll have to just pay for them yourself, and usually about $150, $200 per vaccine.
Right. Got another text here about the get-together at Downdren's at the listener appreciation party. John and Gordy, of course, will be there, and other stars in the WMDX lineup. Todd Alba will be there. Brittany Merlot is going to be there. Pete Schwaba is going to be there. Who else? Dom Lee will be there.
Yeah, I'll be there. And you said, so Pete Schwab is going to be there? Confirmed?
Well, he committed to it a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if he remembers.
I doubt he'll remember that.
He's going to have to cruise in from Green Bay.
That's a long drive, man.
It's a little bit of a cruise, yeah. But, I think
for 3 hours.
Maggie Dawn, I think, maybe.
Maggie might be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Jim Santel.
Yeah. Yeah, we invited him.
Yep. So it's going to be a good time, and we've lined up a food truck to be there, and don't forget CJ is going to be there.
Yes, and it's a great facility. It's just a beautiful place.
Yeah,
just fantastic.
We're all going to gather around
by.
CJ. We're going to hold hands and sing "Kumbaya" with CJ, and try to have a little intervention with him. I hope he shows up.
Well, if we don't,
he's the life of the party. Come on.
He's the guy that people will just sit there and laugh at. I guess he will be the life of the party. Look at him. It's a mega.
No. Maggie Dawn, and also I mentioned people from Max Inc.
Rocker.
Rocker's going to stop by.
Terry Barr.
Yeah, Terry Barr. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And big lineup. Okay.
Well, so big thank you and a big salute out to Catherine Lake for helping us with that.
Catherine Lake will be there too. It's going to be a fun party.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. Okay.
All right.
Do we have time for Would You Rather? No. Did we do Would You Rather? Oh.
We didn't. But if you guys want to do, I think we
that
should,
or trending.
Well, the trending thing is it's a very visual thing, but it's so awful. The thing is, I want to post this on our Facebook site because this is so outrageous.
Well, what is it?
Yeah, tell us.
Okay, Breyer's ice cream. Those quart-sized things.
Yeah.
A person has a grill out, a flat grill outside, and they put 3 of these containers on a hot grill, flip them upside down, and they start grilling ice cream. And then they have Kerrygold blocks of butter, and they put those slabs, two of them, on this grill. So you've got ice cream melting all over the grill. You've got Kerrygold butter melting all over the grill. Then she puts white bread all across the grill. I'm not kidding.
Purpose? What's she making there?
And then she pours cinnamon, just gobs of cinnamon, just like layers of cinnamon on top of this bread, and then she's like mixing it up, and then she flips. Oh wait, one of the quarts is chocolate. So there's chocolate, 2 vanilla, Kerrygold, cinnamon on white bread on this grill outside, and she starts flipping them over because they're grilled on one side already. They're black, burnt. It is the funniest, most outrageous thing. And then after all of that sweetness, all that junk that's on this French toast, all of this stuff, she sprinkles on, get this, powdered sugar, and it's like 2 tablespoons of this powdered sugar on there. She starts knocking a little bit of it off, saying, I don't want to make it too sweet. I mean, you've got 3 quarts of ice cream, sugar and cinnamon, and you've got butter, and she doesn't want to make it too sweet with the powder. Why would you put any kind of sugar on top of this thing, this concoction of horror?
Did it actually work?
This is just bad. I'm telling you, this is, we got to post this thing.
Okay.
This is so outrageous. As a cook, this offends me. All right, now, do we have time for whatever? No.
How about Would You Rather? No?
No.
You can't do it in a minute, huh?
Not in a minute.
Can we do it when Tim Slecker joins us? Maybe he'd like to join in.
He would love to join. I think he would love to
Can we do
join.
that or
No,
not? You don't want to do that. You don't want to embarrass. You don't want to embarrass ourselves in front of Tim.
I just don't want him to hear the intro is what it is.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll skip that then.
Okay. All right.
We'll save it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be our, we'll find out what's whatever.
Well, he can improve on it, right?
Yeah,
he can rethink some of those
I'll add
questions
to it,
with the workshop.
I usually want to improve on it every single time we talk about it. So.
Well, okay.
All right.
Would you rather? I guess we'll take a pass for today. Kind of disappointed in that myself, but that's okay. It's 29 past the hour. We've got the Midwest Food and Farm Report. What do we have?
I don't know.
Okay. We're taking all your texts. It's a text day, apparently. We're getting a bunch of them this morning. We'll be back with Tim Slecker talking education on John and Gordy in the morning on WMDX Madison.
So long, hey, thanks, my
Good morning, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Good morning, fellas.
How we doing?
Feeling like a real American.
Yeah, me too. I bet you feel real American after taking that Americans test.
Hey, come on, man.
Well, it's America first, and if you didn't know that, well, we don't want you.
Make sure you remember your chromosomes.
Yes. Yeah, I listened to that. It's crazy stuff. I do have a cut, by the way, that link you gave me. I managed to edit down that coverage to 2 minutes and 18 seconds. But it's all really relevant stuff since, Now, here's the question I have, because I'm not quite sure whether he is requiring it, even without approval from the legislature or not. I don't know. I couldn't gather that.
I know. It's just like, okay, is this truly now being administered, and is it only truly being administered to California and New York?
Yes.
I said I wanna find somebody who actually is trying to be a teacher out there from either California or New York, and kind of do like a deep dive documentary.
Yeah.
Becoming an Oklahoma teacher.
Yes. Yeah, that would be it. It would be a big 60 minutes thing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
From Marxist to American.
Hey, I sent you a link of that one program. It's about boys learning.
Yeah.
I know that this has been around for a couple of decades, this whole argument. But it seemed like it had new research, and the guy that was being interviewed in the second part that I wanted you to hear was really, really good, and just a really balanced individual who, gave us the facts, didn't have any conclusions, but I thought it was really interesting.
30 seconds.
So
Was it
that was On Point, I believe it's
On Point, and Pedro Noriega. Yeah, he's good.
All right. Mic's
all right.
off.
All right.
We can change the world. Rearrange the world. It's time to get better.
It'll get better, all right, with the America First test. This is a very important issue we're going to get to with Busted Pencils' Tim Slecker in just a moment.
92.7 WMDX. It's John Peterson, Gordy Young, along with our producer, Dom Lee. Madison is looking bright and beautiful this morning. We have clear skies, but it's chilly out there. 43 degrees currently. Highs in the low 60s this afternoon. And Tim Slecker joins us now from the great podcast, Busted Pencils, all talking about education. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. Man. Whew.
Yeah, I know.
I'm feeling good because.
Are you?
Yeah, I proved to myself that I put America first.
Is that right? You took the test.
I took the test.
Yeah, this is the Oklahoma is providing this test for teachers coming into the state, especially California and New York. They are definitely too woke for Oklahoma, and this test is directed really toward them. But anybody can take this test if they want. In fact, you took the test.
I did. I had to because I was concerned. I spent four years in New York as a teacher educator, and I was worried that maybe
they got to you, right?
I might have become too woke for those years that I was there, and but I took that test, and I proved to the world that I still put America first.
Okay. Well, that's amazing because, some of those questions, if you answered them, I think it might reject you. Right? There are a couple of really weird questions.
Like
in there.
what? What questions are you talking about?
How is a child's biological sex identified was one of the questions.
Yes.
And that I got to tell you, that makes me feel a little uncomfortable. That question, first of all, you're talking about children, and then you're talking about identifying their sex in one question. In this test, seems really kind of sick to me.
You don't see the commitment to America in that question?
No. I missed it. So, that's a very unusual question to ask.
Well,
it seems.
Okay, then what about, this is truly an America First question. Which chromosome pair determines biological sex in humans?
Oh, yes, that is a truly America First question.
Yeah. And, and then why is the distinction between male and female considered important in areas like sports and privacy?
No. Well, that seems like a push type question.
How many questions are on this test?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like 35 questions.
Okay.
And I got one wrong.
You did.
Yeah.
Which one?
Gordy's concerned.
I'm not sure I want to reveal.
remember?
I don't know that I want to
Okay.
reveal that publicly because
Okay.
people might question my Americanism.
Yes, we want to keep that a secret.
Okay, well, now
let's-
I'm even
let's
more
not talk
curious,
about
but
it.
okay, we'll
Now,
go past
your
that.
producer Jacob took the test, and he passed it as well with flying colors, right?
Well, I mean, you've seen Jacob, right? I mean, that's a real American right there.
We have seen Jacob.
So,
He bleeds red, white, and blue. Yeah.
now, here's the thing: you can lie on this thing very easily, and why don't we? There was a television report on this in Oklahoma. Why don't we just play this before we dissect it? All right.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Let's listen to this.
The test that will undo the damage of what's being taught to teachers is now available for teachers in Oklahoma. Thanks to you, Superintendent of Education Ryan Walters.
Well, look, hey, we're thrilled. We have been focusing on getting education back to the basics, getting it away from all the woke indoctrination, all the nonsense.
State Superintendent Ryan Walters' new test called America First is now active on both PragerU and the State Department of Education's website.
You don't have to be a parent, teacher, student to take the test, and I can click teacher right now and hit OK, and I don't have to prove that I'm a teacher. It immediately goes on to the first question.
But there's also a few questions such as, how is a child's biological sex identified?
And there's also questions such as, should teachers be allowed to express their own political viewpoints in the classroom in order to persuade the students to adopt their point of view?
Of course.
The issue here is not so much the content of the questions or what's being asked, it's kind of the integrity of the test.
Yeah.
If you look here, I can click on any answer. It says, sorry, that's not right. I can try again. I can say B. I'm not even looking at what the answers are reading, and it's just saying, no, those aren't right. Let's just try the last one. That's correct. And then I'm able to move on to the next question. So theoretically, I could pass this test without ever really looking at what answers I'm making.
Or the questions.
After 34 questions, I passed the test and received this certificate. This is what Superintendent Ryan Walters wants out-of-state teachers to show upon applying to become a teacher in Oklahoma.
Listen, we have to make sure that the teachers in our classroom, as we're recruiting these individuals, aren't a bunch of woke Marxist activists.
Oh my
It's
God.
something Democrats at the state capitol are calling an insult to teachers.
To constantly allege that our teachers are somehow woke indoctrinators is a disservice to the public school professions and to the kids they serve.
While Republicans are saying he needs Board of Education approval before a change like this can be made, that would then require the state legislature's approval.
And it's not, I just get to wave a magic wand and say, I want to do this.
The state superintendent says he wants to make this test required for all teachers coming here from out of state, but specifically those coming from California and New York. As of now, there's no state law that requires the PragerU test.
There you go.
Nice.
So, now, I think that Ryan Walters probably does have that magic wand.
Well, I mean, he's a leader. you know.
Yeah,
and,
really.
And leaders sometimes, you know, they break rules because, you know, he wants to put America first, and you know, that legislature just gets in the way.
It does.
And
Well, here's the question I have now that this is posted already. You can look at the questions and the answers if you'd like, kind of game the system ahead of time, and then take the test.
Well,
and
I mean,
lie about it.
the best part of it is, though, like they were saying, is that you can't fail it because you can't pick a wrong answer and then move on. You know, it forces you to pick the right answer.
Shouldn't all testing be like that?
Yes, I was like, you know, if there's any breakthrough in what's happening here, you know, we have finally found a way to have all kids succeed.
That's it. It's perfect. I like it.
It's truly is.
Wish they had that when I was in school.
Yeah. Oh God,
man.
You know,
It's crazy.
I wanted to get a wrong answer and I couldn't.
Oh. Well, I don't know. You know, this Ryan Walters guy, he's a real head trip. How do they deal with this guy in Oklahoma? I'm serious. Not everybody is a hardcore Ryan Walters fan.
No,
you know?
no, and in fact, you know, the piece we were looking at too when it was released was, you know, was out on one of the Fox News affiliates. But at the end of the test, there's a piece by a superintendent in Oklahoma who talked about it. He's like, you know, quote, "This morning I took the new teacher qualification test that Ryan Walters says teachers will need to pass in Oklahoma. My score, 100%. I guess that makes me highly qualified in under 5 minutes." And this superintendent really goes on to rail. And this is a superintendent in Oklahoma, which is to point out, going like, the whole entire state isn't crazy.
Right. Although we're getting that idea, though.
Right. No, and that is the other kind of, I guess you'd say, you know, disservice to Oklahoma parents and kids and the current teachers there is that it kind of casts this shadow as if, you know, this is what they all are about in Oklahoma. And, you know, this superintendent is kind of like going, this isn't what we do here. You know, we're still about actually teaching your children. And, you know, we're about excellence. But yeah, it casts this sense of going, my God, who would want to go to Oklahoma? And then the potential of going, you know, you're sitting in there. I'm like, that superintendent, you know, I have no idea, but my guess is that his application to become superintendent in other states now has risen quite quickly.
Yes.
You know, but
he's qualified in Oklahoma. Why not?
He's highly qualified, but you know, you're going to push out of Oklahoma your good people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the kind of, you know, lens to bring to this, is to say, you know, like, what's actually going on here? It's silly, it's a circus, it's ridiculous, but then what will be the effect of this? And, you know, you look at this and go, anybody who's looking to leave Oklahoma, boy, this is one that we're like, okay, I am out. Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to put that on your resume that you actually took the America First test.
Oh my God! Wait, I forgot on my LinkedIn profile to add that to my credentials.
Well, you better get to that.
Well, I'm glad I reminded you.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of a sad statement about what education is like in America now that we've done away with the Department of Education. Linda McMahon is in charge of destroying that and, of course, distributing parts of it to other parts of the administration. It just seems like this is the next logical step of where it all goes because there's no guidance anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially using A1 to really push that forward is, again, one of those things. It's on a. Can you make a serious note? It's frightening, and there's actually another piece that for our show on Saturday that we're gonna be talking about, which is going. Is this, and not just what's happening in Oklahoma, but at this point, is this the end of public education? Because of the attacks have been, Johnny and I point this out in earnest since 1983, a report, Nation at Risk, released by the Reagan administration, beating up on public schools. It feels like they may be saying, enough, we're done, we're broken, you guys have won, and public schools in America, we're just done, we're out of this business. And what are the implications then for that is, boy, what will America look like in 5 years with a totally new education system?
Wow.
Scary.
Well, that sounds like a good program, that's for sure. We'll have to check that out on Saturday.
Yes, you can check out Busted Pencil's latest podcast on the Civic Media Radio Network, our website, civicmedia.us, with Tim Slicker and Johnny Lupinacci. Tim, thanks for joining us.
You got
Talk
it.
to you next time.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back with more of John and
We
Gordy
will.
on WMDX. Stay with us.
I like that. That was a good, what was that?
Tim,
Birth,
thank you.
school, work, death. That's all it
Oh,
was.
okay. That sounds
Schoolwork.
very.
Okay, so you guys only need me for one segment today?
Do you want to get another segment?
Is there-
We didn't exactly need to end it, but what do you think?
It's up to you.
Yeah. You want to cover something else, or?
No, I'm fine.
Here, I wanted to kind of maybe if we had time, and I don't know, we cut it off pretty well there, but I wanted to also talk about whatever happened to the equitable grading system. I know my kids took this, and it came into effect just their last years in school. But is that still an issue, or has it gone over well, or have they retracted the equitable grading system?
I'd have to do a little bit more looking on that.
Okay, all right. I'm glad I didn't bring it up then, because where everything if you miss an assignment, it doesn't go to 0, it goes to 50%.
Yeah. That whole idea.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's slightly average.
Well, anyway, it's just a thought. But I'd like to get into the other show. Did you watch that show? I mean, listen to it rather on the radio.
No, let me do that, because I actually that I think is another really good topic to start emerging. And then in the chat, I put a link to an article that really goes over what I was kind of talking about. Truly, Jennifer Berkshire is a really good writer, and her take. She's been chronicling the attacks on public education for the longest time, and she lays out a pretty sad case of saying, like, it might be over.
Wow. Okay.
So
all right, I'm
take a look
definitely
at
going
that.
to check that out. I will.
Yeah. And I think we ended pretty good there. So
Okay.
let's just leave it at that. And
All right.
I'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Very good,
later,
Tim.
Tim.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
All right, guys.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
That was fun.
Yeah,
that was a
that
good
was
one.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
that was a good time.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, bye now.
Wide ballot measures not only have the current 50% plus one majority of voters statewide, but also a majority of voters in each congressional district. In conjunction with already gerrymandered congressional districts, that requirement would derail any attempts at overriding a rogue legislature. The governor's request would also tighten signature gathering requirements and add a public comment period before approval is given to collect signatures, thereby lengthening the qualification process. Kehoe also asked for a ban of foreign contributions supporting initiatives and to require the posting of an initiative's full text at all polling places, not just a summary.
Going to a mountain, it's a mountain of fun, so let's go, winter, go. Temperature it's nice, the snow never melts. The girls in their bikinis are something else, so let's go, winter, go.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite winter yet.
WMDX, John and Gordy.
There is a little chill in the air, though, this morning.
Well, they were talking about 80-degree temperatures, but, then you go up into the mountains and you can ski. It's winter a go-go in the mountains.
That's what it is.
The mountains, maybe, yeah.
We've got 43 degrees this morning, highs in the low 60s today. Hey, we want to remind you, you could win a $50 gift card from Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie. All you need to do is just go to our website, WMDXradio.com. That's WMDXradio.com. And look for the banner that says Sugar River Pizza $50 gift card. Just click on that card, enter. We draw a winner once a week for a $50 gift card from Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie. Then we toss out all the entries at the end of the week and start all over again next Monday. So get your entry in. You could be a winner from Sugar River Pizza and WMDX. Okay.
Well, Tim Slecker brought up a reference to Linda McMahon's A1 sauce.
Yeah.
And I just want to, again, remind you that she got AI wrong on that. She thought it was A1. And so
that was a moment.
Mark texted us and said, I prefer Heinz 57 on my education.
Good one.
Okay. Boy, a lot of stuff.
I hope Mark shows up to the WMDX appreciation party.
Yeah.
Because he's right with us every morning,
Yeah,
chiming
he's right
in.
there.
And he's got a lot of history
rolling
rolling around up in his brain. I mean, he can call up things from 300 years ago, just like that.
I know. How does he do that?
I don't know.
Is he an AI generation?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I hope he shows up. We'll find out.
Well, let's get to a really big story that happened yesterday. A whole bunch of stuff happened, but this is one of them here in the state anyway. Both candidates running for governor on the Republican side of the aisle, that's Bill Berrien and Josh Schoeman, they both have signaled that they want troops to go into Milwaukee.
Really?
Yeah, they actually do. They are already admitting that they both aren't up for that job, can't run the state without begging for federal help immediately. They're not even governor yet, either one of them. And they're asking for help.
For help? Really?
And apparently, I don't know if these guys have paid attention to the Republican Party in the state or not, but the Republicans have been starving Milwaukee. They haven't been, giving them enough money to operate the city and hire more police officers. So maybe they don't know that yet. I mean, these guys are ill prepared to become governor of this state. These guys don't have enough information. And this tells you everything about them, that they would actually ask for National Guard assistance in Milwaukee when in fact all we have to do is fund Milwaukee and give them money for the police department. The police department there, of course, the union president says they may need help. So send some surplus revenue to Milwaukee, you guys, instead of trashing Milwaukee. Republicans have hated Milwaukee for at least 2 or 3 decades, and they've been starving it. They hate it because it's a Democratic voting bastion here in the state. So, obviously they're going to be against it.
Yeah.
But now, of course, and then, of course, they wanted concealed carry. They wanted to strip all the gun laws that we had in the state, and they did that. So now we have gun deaths running rampant in the state, at least, enough of them for these guys to notice that Milwaukee has a problem. And now what the solution to Republicans or MAGA is to put more weapons and soldiers and National Guard and police into these cities in order to control all the weapons that the Republicans have allowed into these cities for regular everyday citizens to carry and shoot each other with.
Bring in the military.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on,
Bring in the
folks.
troops.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You know, the mayor, Cavalier Johnson, is against this. Tony Evers is strongly against something like this.
Of course.
And by the way, they also noted that serious crime in the city has also dropped. As of July, violent crime decreased 17% over the last year. So it always seems like the crime statistics are going down. And they want to put more security into the cities.
Mm-hmm. And then, be around for at least a little while and then get out and say, what a success that was.
Right. And Lieutenant Governor, I don't want to give her short shrift, Sarah Rodriguez. Yeah. She was the first Democratic candidate to throw her hat into the ring for the governor.
Right.
She says Berrien's quick support for calling in the National Guard shows he doesn't have a serious plan to keep us safe. Truly, that's exactly my impression. When I heard that both these candidates on the Republican side want the National Guard to go into Milwaukee, I thought, who are these people? Obviously, they're not prepared to run the state on their own.
Yeah.
They need Trump to come in and handle this for them. This says everything, and I think these guys have lost a lot of people's vote simply by doing something ridiculous like this.
They just want to get Trump's attention and get his money to run for governor.
That's
maybe.
right.
Don't you think?
That's probably it, to get
That's
the
it.
attention, and to get the backing from Trump. Now, here's that ad again.
Oh, what ad are we?
Kettle Moraine Heating and Air Conditioning.
Heating and Air Conditioning Company.
This little kid goes by in a rocket ship ATV.
We're easily distracted
This
with
is
this.
something else, man. I'm telling you.
Well, they're a 3-star company.
It's hard
Company,
to even describe.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, that's what's happening as far as the candidates on the Republican side of the aisle running for governor.
Hey, coming up in our 7 o'clock hour, we'll talk with Paul Fanlon. He's the Cap Times publisher and organizer, one of the organizers of Idea Fest. That's coming up, and we'll find out all about it. That's happening next week right here in Madison. And we'll be back with much more of John and Gordy in the morning on WMDX in just a couple of minutes.
We've got our own ideas.
Oh, yes. We've got plenty of ideas.
have a cup of coffee, sit back and relax. It's time for John and Gordy on WMDX.
Oh, yeah. Have a cup of
Oh, yes. It's like going into your favorite bar where everybody knows your name. Something like that. WMDX, John and Gordy. And we've got the big story coming up where Florida is getting rid of their mandated vaccines for children.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to put them on the front lines.
Yeah. Also coming up, we'll talk with Paul Fanlon. He's the publisher of the Cap Times, and find out what's happening with the Cap Times Idea Fest. We'll talk to him in a little while in our second half hour here. It is a chilly start this morning, a little bit on the cool side, 44 degrees now, highs just getting into low 60s today. Definitely feeling like fall.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely. We'll be out in the stands in these breezy stadium stands. I don't know if I'm going to handle that.
We'll be at AmFam
How are
Field
we going to dress for that? How do you
this
dress
afternoon.
for something like that?
I think, isn't the dome going to be closed?
Well,
No,
that's
if
up to
it's
them.
sunny,
Yeah,
they're going to keep it open.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So we're going there with our listeners today. We'll meet them there at the ballpark, and it's a 3:10 start. Just if you're one of those winners,
It is.
Should be a lot of fun, and looking forward to it. John and I will be there, and Dom is also coming along
Yes,
with
he
us.
is.
Right, Dom?
Yep.
You're going to be there.
We're going to drag him along
Yes,
with us.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're forcing me to. So
Glad you're excited about that.
Well, he knows what's going to happen.
What?
He's the one who's going to get the food for
We're
it.
gonna make him run for the food and beverages.
I'm okay with that.
We have Catherine on the line, our station manager. Good morning, Catherine.
Well, you don't get to complain about the heat as much as you do. And then when it gets down below, what's your window? 60 to 65, that's what's allowed? Anything below 60, anything above 65,
Well,
you're going to complain?
I-
Jeez Louise.
I guess
I
you're
like
right.
it.
You're right. I know. I'm really glad that it's cool again. I really am. I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
It's just that now we'll be in the stands. You know,
Well,
in the stands, it's very cold.
Well, just bring a
You
jacket.
sound like little boys, both of you.
Still
Don't
that
get
little
so
boy
Trade
is
me in it.
inside me.
I'm
you know?
fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a
Leave
man.
the dome open.
He's a real man.
I
I'm a
don't
little
care.
boy.
You're bringing 4 pairs of listeners to this game. You better be there, and you better be happy about it.
We will be very happy to be there.
Yes. I don't know if they'll be happy that we're there.
Don't embarrass us.
Okay. I'll try not to.
Well, that's a tall order, but okay. We'll do our best.
Have fun.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a
Fun.
lot.
At a
Thanks.
baseball game for a job.
Well, you didn't. You
Well, the
you
whole
had a
thing
chance to go.
Yeah.
Don't complain that you're not going.
She's out. She's done.
Okay.
She's
Just
done
as
with us.
well. Okay.
She got tired of supervising us little boys. Okay. All right. You know.
That's okay. All right.
Remember the song "Boy with a Child in His Eyes"? Kate Bush. Kate Bush. Great song. Great
Okay,
song.
we'll
Great
look that
video
up.
too.
All right.
All right. Let's get to the big story here. Okay.
All right.
So now we have the answer to what happens next after RFK Jr. denounced the effectiveness of vaccines and ended almost all research for vaccines. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced the creation of a state-level Make America Healthy Again.
Yes.
And it's a commission modeled after the similar initiative that RFK Jr. put in place. And the shocker of them all? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's let Surgeon General Dr. Joseph Ladapo break the news over and over and over again. This is a longer clip, but you know what?
Well, we can.
It emphasizes just how insane this individual is. He is the Surgeon General down there
In Florida.
Department of Health.
Okay.
And this is his point of view on this, and it is so amazing. Oh, let's just listen to it.
Okay. All right.
What I'm most excited about is an announcement that we're making now, which is that the Florida Department of Health, in partnership with the governor, is going to be working to end all vaccine mandates in Florida law. All of them. All of them.
And by the way, this is a standing ovation.
All of them.
Really?
Yes. They all stood up. They love this idea.
Every last one of them.
Every last one.
Yeah. Every last one of them. All of them. Every last one of them. Every last one of them is wrong and drips with disdain and slavery.
What?
Who am I as a government or anyone else, or who am I as a man standing here now to tell you what you should put in your body?
You're the Surgeon General.
Who am I?
You're the doctor.
To tell you what your child should put in your body. I don't have that right.
Yes, you do.
Your body is a gift from God. What you put into your body, is because of your relationship with your body and your God. I don't have that right.
Yes, you do.
Government does not have that right. They want you to believe they have that right. And unfortunately, they've been successful. Pretty much every state has them. It's wrong. It's immoral. They do not have the right to tell you what you put in your body. They don't have the right to tell you what your kids have to put in your body. They do not have the right. Do not give it to them. Take it away from them. And we're going to be starting that here in Florida. And, I love our lawmakers. Obviously, they make the machinery of our laws. Our governor reviews. We work in collaboration. He signs. I love our lawmakers. They're going to have to make decisions.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I am telling you right now that, the moral side it's so simple. No one has that right, guys. People have a right to make their own decisions. Informed decisions. You want to put, whatever different vaccines in your body, God bless you. I hope you make an informed decision. You don't want to put whatever vaccines in your body,
He's got nothing new to say.
And I hope you make an informed decision. And that's how it should be.
Okay.
Almost like a broken record, right?
Yeah.
The informed decision comes from the Surgeon General of the state telling you need to get the vaccine. That's your job. My God. That's the problem. They don't know what their job is.
We got a text here from Carrie.
Yeah.
John in Wauwatosa says, same government that wants to tell women what they can't take out of their bodies.
Yes, exactly.
WTF.
Yes,
question
just
mark.
it's a moral thing, right? It's between your God, whatever God that is, and you. But, the thing is, you affect everybody else around you. So if you're carrying a disease that's transmittable, then you're in danger of getting other people sick.
Right.
So you don't want that. And here's the thing, they've got so many amusement parks in Florida. All the kids go to Florida to these amusement parks. Now they don't have immunization anymore in Florida, or they won't anyway when they pass this. And then they'll be carrying diseases all across the United States after going to Florida and mixing in with the Florida children who have no vaccines whatsoever and are carrying every disease possible to man, diseases we have completely gotten rid of in this country.
Measles, that's still on the rise.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My head just splits open. This guy, he is really just crazy. He's a crazy person put in charge of this. But, the thing I noticed here, and then I jotted this down, megas have not just put kids on the front line in the culture war. Now they're sacrificing them for their own anti-science party agenda. And it's all led by Trump and RFK Jr. at this point. This is the logical extension of where you go with RFK Jr. in charge, putting down vaccines. Now we have a state that is saying we're getting rid of all the mandates for vaccines for children in schools. Just amazing stuff.
Well, RFK Jr., again, he's on the bubble right now, and a lot of people want him to resign, especially former CDC employees.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 of them have signed on.
And that's not going to happen because these guys...
No, he's just going to hang on.
They're digging in. This is it. They're not backing down.
Right.
There's one thing about Trump and this administration. They don't back down from anything. They could be proven wrong, absolutely. I mean, the guy that threw the sandwich at a National Guardsman. I have this shirt on.
Yeah, you do.
I bought the shirt.
If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, John is demonstrating his shirt.
Yeah, it's a guy ready to throw that sandwich at National Guardsman. And no court would take that case.
No grand jury.
No grand jury
would
would approve that case because they thought it was too silly and too ridiculous. They wanted to charge him with a felony.
What's cool about that shirt? The guy is throwing a giant submarine sandwich, like a Subway sandwich. At the bottom it says revolution, but they reversed. They reversed the word EVOL to show the word love. Love
is
part of revolution.
It is part of revolution.
Yeah.
And I was telling Gordy before we went on,
we never
noticed that during the 60s protests.
Never. Yeah.
And I feel bad now.
Yes. We
missed the obvious.
We could have shared the love
Wow.
of a revolution.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, where did you get that? Where did you get that shirt?
I just ordered it online.
Oh.
I heard about it. I heard that they had some swag, and I thought, well, I got to look that up.
Yeah. And we saw there were 4 or 5 different renditions of
but this is the one I really
a guy
like.
throwing his
Guy's
sandwich.
really reeling off here with the sandwich. The thing is, I watched the video, and the sandwich just bounces off this guy's chest. I mean, he's got...
Oh, I know. The video's crazy.
He's got all his garb on, and there's nothing. He probably didn't feel the sandwich at all.
Well, and then they all went chasing the guy. The guy started running away.
Right, he ran.
They sent the troops after him. There were like 20 guys chasing him
And
down
Pam
the street.
Bondi is just determined to put this guy in jail for a felony.
John, we got another text here from Tim. He says, hey, guys, through the wonders of the Civic Media app, we are listening live from Munich, Germany this morning. Wow.
Yes.
Good morning, Germany.
See, we told you could hear us everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
Civic Media
in other words,
app.
you can't get away from us.
Yeah. Yes. We're also taking your phone calls, 608-879-8255.
According to one Florida Democrat, they said that this is a public health disaster in the making for the Sunshine State.
You think?
DeSantis said, we want to stay ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve? Okay. It's not the curve I want to be on.
No.
And the state Maha Commission, get this, will eliminate medical orthodoxy that is not supported by the data and co-chaired by Florida's First Lady, Casey DeSantis. So this is a job for her, basically. Yes, that medical orthodoxy, you don't want that. We're getting government out of our lives, including health care and anything that can save your life. The commission's work will help inform a large medical freedom package that will be introduced in the legislature next session. They're going to make this law. So they're calling it a medical freedom package.
That's crazy. I mean, with the CDC falling apart, you would hope that the state health departments would step up, actually, and, into the breach. But no, it's just the opposite.
If this happens, this is going to be a real dangerous situation for the rest of the country.
Okay. Hey, we're going to check in with Brittany Merlot next and find out about what's going on weather-wise with this cool air moving in. How long is it going to last? We'll find out next on John and Gordy in the Morning, WMDX.
Here it is.
And here I am again, my girl, wondering what on earth I'm doing here. Maybe he doesn't love me. I just took a trip on my love for him.
Oh, yeah. That's one time.
And popcorn. Can't do popcorn first thing in the morning, along with a nice hot cup of coffee. Java. All right, this is WMDX, John and Gordy. You can hear us anywhere in the world, even Germany.
That's right.
That's in the world.
Yeah.
On our Civic Media app.
Yes.
It's that simple. Text us, give us a call, or voice note us.
Mm-hmm. Our number is 608-879-8255. I know Dick is on the line. Hang on, Dick. We'll get to you in just a moment. We've got sunshine this morning here in Madison. Let's check in with Brittany Merlot.
Yes.
She's got the latest with what's going on with this really chilly air moving in. It's in the low 40s this morning.
Brittany, it's a little too cold for the Brewer game today. What are you doing? Yeah, we depend on you to create weather for us. Democrats, they have control over the weather, so.
Yeah, right. Let me just heat that up for you.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah. How chilly is it up where you are in Wausau?
Yeah, how's it going there?
I am shivering a little bit. I look out my window and I could see frost on the roofs, and I could see it on the tall grass as well. So we dropped down to the mid-30s.
Do you have Christmas trees on your blouse there? Or what?
Pretty
you have
much. It's Bear Crossing up north.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of up north, I think the first few flurries flew in northern Minnesota this
Oh, my
morning.
God.
Up towards the Boundary Waters,
Geez.
Ely area. Yeah, not here,
Wow,
not
really?
Wisconsin.
Okay,
Not
well, I'm
yet.
glad it's there.
We've got a Civic Media radio station up there now.
We
in
do,
Ely.
yes, in
Yeah.
Ely. A fantastic town. I love it there. Have you guys ever been
Yeah.
to the Boundary Waters?
No.
Okay,
What's
well,
it like?
Is
when
it
you go into the
beautiful?
wilderness, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. No motorized boats. You can't even fly an airplane over it. It is absolute remote wilderness, peaceful, but can be scary at times too, right? Lots of bears.
Yeah. Well, they've got some crazy creatures in the water there. You don't want to get too close to the edge.
So yeah, after you spend time and you come back to Ely, Ely's like your first sign of civilization. So Ely's a great town. People love it.
Yeah. It's like dinosaur land up there. It's like
No, we should go on an adventure there.
Jurassic
That would be
Park.
a blast.
Really? I know
It would.
I know the flies are the size of your fist, so
They
that
It's a little tough up there.
I wore a bug jacket where you had to zip your face in. Everything was zipped, and they were hitting me so much that it sounded like on my jacket that it was raining outside. That's
oh
how many
my gosh!
bugs.
See, I
No
told
kidding?
you.
Oh,
I told you.
Yeah. It's
there you
intense,
go.
that's for sure. But
Okay.
it's a story, right? And it's pride if you come back alive.
That's right. That's amazing that they make a jacket like that. I guess.
You have to up there, and they'll sell it in Ely. That's where I got it.
All right. Wow.
Well, let's get to the weather here. What can we expect the next few days?
Yeah,
we
so
looking
crisp
at?
and breezy, mostly sunny today, highs in the mid 60s. We do have another system moving in late tonight, so chance of light drizzle maybe later this evening around 6 o'clock or so, but the main rain will hold off till about midnight. That's when those showers start to push in, becoming widespread through the overnight. A few spotty sprinkles could linger tomorrow morning, and then we're going to be left with another windy and crisp day tomorrow. Highs only scrape about 60. So that'll be the coolest day. Start to warm things up. Saturday, sunny, low 60s, mid 60s by Sunday for the Packers game. And then Monday, we'll hit 70 again.
And so for the WMDX Listener Appreciation Party, which you're going to be at, I believe,
Yes.
it's going to be in the 60s, huh?
Yes, it will, actually. Perfect.
No
low
rain.
60s.
Perfect.
No rain, calmer winds, tons of sunshine. It'll actually be the calmest day.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
You see my T-shirt? You see the sandwich throwing protester? See?
Oh, that is funny. I was wondering what that was.
It says revolution.
That's the sub, and it has
sub.
the revolution underneath.
Yeah.
That is good. I like that shirt.
Pretty cool. Thanks.
All right, Brittany. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll talk to you again tomorrow for the
All right.
weekend update. That's Brittany Merlot, our WMDX meteorologist.
We were talking about what's going on in Florida. They're going to ban the
vaccines
mandates.
Yeah.
The vaccine mandate for children.
Right.
Actually, everybody, but we're really focusing on the children in schools.
Yes, and Diana sent us a message here, a text on YouTube. We moved back here from Florida because of the people reflected DeSantis. As soon as DeSantis was reelected, we decided I would retire early, and we moved back here after 11 years down there. It was the last straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many other people are of the same opinion.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the phones right now. We've got Dick on the line. What do you got for us, Dick?
Thanks for waiting.
After what I heard about 5 minutes ago or so, I should open with Ishnein Berliner, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's off subject, but it's something fascinating I just looked up. I knew that tariffs had something to do with screwing up the Depression even more.
Yeah.
So I looked into it, and I think it was called the Snoop-Hawley bill.
Yeah. Yep.
It was signed in 1930, and it just did nothing but wreak havoc. I didn't know that long ago. Factories started moving to Canada as a result.
Well, I didn't know that. Yeah. Smoot Hawley.
Really? And yes, and it got even worse in that in some of the countries were even pushed off the gold standard, for crying out loud. And this all happened in a 2-year span from 1930 when it was signed to when FDR was elected. And then his whole, premise was that he had a little different angle on how to approach all these things, luckily.
Right.
But, I mean, this guy was any student of history. I'm talking about the present guy.
Right.
He might have known that. But, of course, he would have said, well, how could it have anything to do with Hawley? He wasn't even alive.
Right. Yeah, that would be the take. Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to go back to the golden age. So that's what it's all about.
So,
yeah. That's what happened. Yep.
Kind of fascinating to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Dick,
thank you.
Thank you for that piece of history.
Hey, coming up next, we're going to be talking with Paul Fanlund. He is the publisher of the Cap Times. He's also going to give us the big update here on Idea Fest, which is happening in Madison next week. And we'll be talking to Paul in just a few minutes after the Midwest Food and Farm Report right here on WMDX with John and Gordy.
Get a
well,
call.
we get close.
All right. I got Paul here. Hello, Paul.
Hey, guys.
Good morning, Paul. Good morning.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
We're doing great.
Got a whole bunch of stories, boy. I tell you, this has been a busy week in the news. That's
Oh,
for
it sure has.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's usually not good news, and
It's
a lot
never
of
good
it.
news. Yeah, there's never any good news. Although I guess the good news is we know that the Republican candidates for governor aren't ready for the task.
Yeah.
They're already asking for help. Just stunning, absolutely stunning.
It is. It really is. It's. I don't know.
They lack ideas. We've got Idea Fest here. They lack ideas.
Paul, I want to ask you one question here. By the way, that's John. I'm Gordy. We talked last year around this time.
Fan of you guys. Good to see you.
So I just want to ask you before we get on the air. I know Civic Media is a participating sponsor,
right?
With something. What is our? I don't know. Are we?
What is our participation?
Yes. What are we doing?
I think the participation. I could be wrong. I don't think it's a financial one. I think it's a promotional one.
Yeah.
And I think you are live broadcasting Wednesday and Friday night, which is, I believe, Evers and Tim Walz.
Okay.
And so I think that's on the network. I haven't talked to Sage recently about it, and kind of other people handle it, but that's what I think.
Okay.
So Wednesday and did you say
Wednesday and Friday?
And Friday.
Wednesday and Friday, yeah.
Is that which one? Evers is first Wednesday. Tim Walz.
On Garrett Groff, who's wonderful. He does a blog called Doomsday Scenarios out of Washington. Is first on Wednesday, followed by David Marinus and Tony Evers.
Okay.
Friday night we have Evan Osnos from the New Yorker, who's just an awesome writer.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go through this. Let's go through it.
We'll mention it on the
air. This is good stuff.
I won't
and
do that, but yeah. So then Tim Walz
yeah.
is Friday night, and Tim was I don't know him as Tim. Governor Walz was the first major name we got this year.
Yeah.
Which matters to me because I'm inside the bubble of trying to set this up for 9 months.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, that's I got to check out this doomsday scenario.
Yeah.
Side.
Yeah, he wrote a book. He just wrote a book, came out this summer, an oral history of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He's a big mind, and Marinus invited him, and he's really excited about having him here. He's sort of 40-ish. He's really a big thinker, but it's a free newsletter. Doomsday scenarios. I mean, is it really? The question behind it is: are things as really as bad as they appear? And he goes in and analyzes that. He gets quoted a lot in the national news ecosystem.
Okay, well, check it out.
So we'll have about 14 minutes with you here, so plenty of time to talk about all everything coming up with Idea Fest. And it starts Monday, goes through Friday. Is that right?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Glad I asked. Okay.
We have Melissa Agard and Satya Rose Conway on Saturday afternoon talking about trying to lead in the. Well, I won't. We can talk about this.
We'll talk all about it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. 1 minute.
Coming up in about a minute, we're going to drop the mics, and then we'll be back in about a minute.
Yep.
One question, guys.
Yeah.
Quick
Go
question. Do people? I see. I can see you guys, which is helpful. I appreciate. I got a medical thing at 9, and it was just complicated to get there in person. You're hearing me okay, A, and B, am I visible to anyone?
Yes.
Yes, we can see you.
All right.
Yep.
Well, visible to an audience.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
You.
All
Yes.
right. Well,
So there are
then
some people that watch us. They watch us on YouTube and Facebook.
I'll
Yes,
keep that in mind then. So
we'll
my
have this-
setup, I look okay here.
Yes.
Setup.
We have a Brady Bunch cameras set up here for us, so we'll all be here.
Yeah.
All right.
20 seconds.
Man, dig this crazy pad. Man, it's a mad pad.
It's John and Gordy, WMDX 92.7.
7:35, sunshine this morning. It's beautiful out there, but a little bit on the chilly side. Starting out in the mid-40s, getting into the low to mid-60s later on today. Idea Fest is happening. Starts Monday, goes through Saturday, and Cap Times publisher Paul Fanlon joins us this morning to tell us more about this. And there is a website you can go to find out a lot of information, captimesideafest.com. Good morning, Paul. Good to have you with us.
Good morning, guys. Big fan of you guys. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah. Every year you get better and better guests. I mean, this year you have outdone yourself, and we're going to talk about a lot of the guests that you have at Idea Fest this time around.
Yeah, got a couple of governors and some very well-known columnists. So let's start out with what's happening on Monday with Idea Fest, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we start out Monday with John Nichols, our associate editor. We'll be with Kate Shaw, who's a wonderful big thinker, law professor, someone who's clerked for a Supreme Court justice and is a big figure in Washington. She also happens to be married to Chris Hayes, the MSNBC nightly host who John works with. And that'll be fun. We've tried to, over time, bring in some younger speakers, people who kind of represent not my baby boom generation of political thinkers. And Kate's one of those. So she's at 6 Monday night. Followed by the great Maureen Dowd, the Pulitzer Prize winning columnist for the New York Times. She publishes in the Times on Sundays, and she's often, sometimes controversial, but always interesting. And she'll be in conversation with her longtime friend David Marinus, who of course is doing 7 different moderations for us next week.
Wow.
That's the first. So that'll be a great conversation. A quick anecdote. David met Maureen. David was working for the Washington Post. Maureen was working for the Washington Star, which has not existed for a long time, covering the Maryland suburbs in the late 1970s. And I was there. I'd gotten out of graduate school, and I was working for a newspaper called the Montgomery County Sentinel, Montgomery County, Maryland, where Bob Woodward had worked before I got there.
Okay.
And so I was in this press room that had all these, who knew, all these future superstars. Anyway, it'll be great to see her, and I think that'll be a good discussion.
It probably is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so let's move on to a few other things. We talked about Monday, and let's move through the week here.
Okay.
So Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday, there are other sessions. We have virtual sessions. We have sponsored sessions. But I think for your audience, I'm going to point to the big ones in Shannon Hall at the Memorial Union. Tuesday night, we have a first session with a couple of great Washington minds. Jennifer Rubin was a longtime columnist for the Washington Post. She resigned amid all the controversy around Jeff Bezos' relationship. And Norm Eisen is a longtime Washington lawyer. He's been in the news recently representing the person who's trying to be fired from the CDC. So it's timely. They created an online publication called The Contrarians.
Yeah,
and that's been existed for about a year. And so their first Tuesday night. And then we're delighted to have Stacey Abrams from Georgia on our stage. She was born in Madison. Obviously, your audience knows she's a huge voting rights activist and a major courageous figure in American politics.
She's great. I mean, I'm amazed that more people aren't talking about her.
Yeah.
Maybe they will be in the coming year or two.
Yeah, I think before the midterms here. Definitely. And I'm a big fan of Jennifer Rubin, who, by the way, was very, very conservative. Her column was very conservative until Trump came around.
Yeah.
And suddenly I'm thinking, wow, listen to her. I mean, she's really out there,
She definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, the interesting thing about Stacey Abrams is she also writes a lot of fiction books that are fiction. So she's a kind of a Renaissance woman, and gonna be fun to have her.
Yeah.
Now on Wednesday, I know that Civic Media is involved on Wednesday and Friday. We've got some live broadcasts, I think, in the mix there for Wednesday and Friday. So let's move on to Wednesday.
Yeah, let's find out what's going on.
Well, Wednesday has a session with another young, brilliant journalist historian named Garrett Groff, who Marinus, who is moderating this session, thinks could be one of the most interesting because of he's one of the important thinkers. He does a newsletter called Doomsday Scenarios, which is around the topic of whether things are really as bad as they appear. And he's also an author, has a new book on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He'll be on first, and Marinus thinks that's kind of a hidden gem that people won't recognize that name immediately. And David said he's really looking forward to that. After that, we have David with Tony Evers, and I'm really looking forward to that. David surprised me by saying he had never met Tony. David is, of course, this icon and local affairs. And so I'm really looking forward to that conversation, kind of how the governor got to his decision not to seek a third term, the experience of being a bulwark for 8 years against a gerrymandered Republican legislature.
Absolutely.
So that should be a fun discussion.
Yeah, you should warn Marinus in case, Evers slips in a few profanities. He oftentimes surprises a lot of people.
Yeah.
Such an unassuming person, I just love that.
He's great.
He is great.
Okay, let's go to Thursday.
Well, Thursday is kind of off the board at this point. It's our celebration of journalism over at the Edgewater, and it's a sellout at this point. It's Marinus and Gene Robinson of the late of the Washington Post. Now, you can review it on YouTube after, but the tickets are sold out for that. So we probably want to move on to Friday.
All right.
Friday has another brilliant younger journalist, Evan Osnos, who's works for the New Yorker. He's lived in China, covered, written books. Just a brilliant guy. He's going to be on stage first with David. I just have to say, as an aside, one of my favorite national podcasts is the Political Scene by the New Yorker, and it has Evan and it has Jane Mayer, who was here a couple of years ago. And the third person is Susan Glasser, who was here last year with her husband Peter Baker, the New York Times. So we're getting to get them together, but we've gotten all three of them on our stage. Yeah. And that'll be, and Evan wrote a book that came out this summer that's cleverly titled The Haves and Have-Yachts. A discussion with Evan Osnos about about what's happening with the plutocracy in America. And then second Friday night will be John Nichols with Tim Walz. That will be fun and colorful, I'm sure. Governor Walz has been continuing to be out there. I haven't seen this week. He's two-term governor of Minnesota, and I if I missed it, he's making a decision about whether to seek a third term. But I think he'll be entertaining and engaging on our stage Friday night.
And I think we'll probably be broadcasting that. That's a
You will.
possibility.
I believe that. Yeah, that's on the Civic Media
so
Radio
you'll be able to hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim Walz.
Okay. And then things wrap up on Saturday.
Yeah, we have four sessions on Saturday. I love them all. The first one is County Executive Melissa Agard and Mayor Sacha Rhodes Conway with Nichols talking about the challenge of leading in our progressive region with the kind of disdain that this White House has for cities like Madison, counties like Dane, Medicaid, other programs, ICE, the whole 9 yards. So that'll be our first session. Kicks off at 2:30 on Saturday. The second one is also a lot of fun. Ben Wickler, former chair of the State Democratic Party, is writing a book on how the lessons learned in sort of taking back Wisconsin might apply nationally. And David Marinus, who's written, 15 books, is moderating that. And both of them, it's kind of fun. I was preparing the introduction. They both went to Madison West and now are big national. A few years apart, 3-4 decades apart. That's second. Third, on the first session on Saturday night is really terrific. Columbia University journalism professor emeritus Sam Friedman was here last year and did a wonderful job talking about the history of progressivism in the Midwest on a panel. And he wanted to come back, and I'm just delighted he wanted to come back. And he's brought in two huge national experts on Christian nationalism, the rise of Christian nationalism. And he shared with me some of the background about how we got here. And I think that will be one of the most intellectually provocative sessions of the whole week. I really think people will enjoy that. And then we finish it off with J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, a one-on-one with J.B. Pritzker, who, shall we say, is in the news these days and kind of brings the, is a pretty outspoken, interesting guy. I might mention that both Stacey Abrams and J.B. Pritzker will be interviewed by Karen Tumulty of the Washington Post, who's has family connections in the area, but she's wonderful. She was on the Post opinion section for many years, and your audience probably knows what happened to the Post opinion section with intervening in an endorsement and so on and so forth. So now she's replaced Dan Balls, who's also an Idea Fest veteran, as their top national political correspondent. So that's going to be fun to have her do those two interviews.
Yeah.
Paul, we have a couple of minutes left here. How long has Idea Fest been going on?
We started it in 2017. So it's the 9th year. it's evolved over time. In the early years, we tended to have even more in-person, smaller sessions, so that there'd be more of a smorgasbord to choose among. So there'd be 3 simultaneous sessions. That model kind of changed through the pandemic when we were all virtual. In the last 2 or 3 years, it's become a lot easier for me to recruit speakers like this because we've gotten something of a national reputation. So last year was the year of the incredible women. We had Nancy Pelosi, Liz Cheney, Heather Cox Richardson, Doris Kearns Goodwin, Judy Collins. This year, I think we're just as strong. But I just like to make the point that supporting IdeaFest and attending it is a lot of fun. It's not all just serious talk. It's in the Memorial Union. Obviously, the terrace is right there. A lot of friendly people, a lot of interactions, and I would just encourage people to go to our website, and you can also come that day, that evening, and it's be a $25 ticket for each evening.
Paul, thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us.
Yeah.
Good luck with this year's Idea Fest. Happy that Civic Media is also involved with it this year.
Sounds great.
People want to find out more, they can go to your website, captimesideafest.com. Thank you, Paul. Coming
Thanks,
back
guys. Huge
right after
fan.
this.
Take care.
All right.
Hello, Paul.
Paul, that was excellent.
Oh,
That was
thanks.
great. That was great stuff. Yeah. Wow.
Thanks.
What a lineup. I think this is a really strong lineup. I mean, man.
And the Christian nationalism thing is going to really be an interesting discussion because, what's going on in Florida with the immunizations being completely done away with. That's Christian nationalism. Ryan Walters, we talked about that this morning. What's going on in Oklahoma in the education system there. It's just amazing how that is really a very, very powerful part of the movement, the Project 2025 movement. So.
And Stacey Abrams, I didn't realize she was born in Madison.
Yeah, she was.
I did not know that either.
I'll tell the famous line she said, trying to get a laugh line in my intro. Said all she remembers, she left at age 3 or 4, is the cold and the cheese curds. So
all right.
I'll use that in my intro.
Yes,
very good.
Yeah, it's it is. I don't know. It's been a long. It's a great lineup. I'll just rant to you guys that it is. I'm relying on particularly Marinus. And Ben Wickler has been incredibly helpful, and so is John Nichols, and I have contacts, but it's no small lift to put this kind of program together.
Absolutely.
Wow. One of the things I love being on, I'll let you go in a second, but one of the challenges for us is that we have a very enthusiastic, loyal audience that is progressive, fairly affluent, educated, and unfortunately look like me. They are. It's really, really hard to get. And then I get, we've got soccer games and we got this or that other thing. Oh, come on! You go to Badger football or Taste of Madison.
I know.
Try
we got to
this.
we got to get younger people involved in all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely, drag them along. Force them. They'll enjoy it.
I think if they try it once, they'd have a good time.
That's what I'm believing too.
Hey, we got to run, Paul, but thank you. And please
you,
keep
guys.
in touch anytime you want to get on with us. We'd love to have you back.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Real quickly, we're undergoing a strategic plan, and when that's all in place, and we have kind of our new areas of intense focus, maybe I can come on and talk about it.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
Yes.
Please keep in touch. You've got Dom's. We've got your contact. You've got ours. So let's keep in touch.
Yep.
Be well, guys.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Paul.
Paul,
See
thank you.
All right. That went really well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
while you tinker with some tailor, some a soldier to a sailor. Goose step mama, oh yeah, goose step mama.
WMDX 92.7. It's John and Gordy in the morning, listening to Little Ruddles here. Big influence on the Beatles, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, you can't say enough about that game. I mean, they really helped to.
Amazing.
They really really helped
Opened
the
them
Beatles
up,
a lot.
yeah.
It's, boy, that was great talking with Paul Fanlon.
It really
from
was.
Capital Times publisher, and what a lineup this year at Idea Fest. And happy that Civic Media is also involved. Wednesday and Friday night, you can hear those broadcasts on the Civic Media radio network throughout the state. And if you want to find out more about the Idea Fest, just go to captimesideafest.com. Okay.
All right. Well, let's get into I'm told we can't get too serious here in the closing moments of the show. we don't want to leave people on a down note, right?
Yeah, we want to let people, go away with a smile on their face and a song in their heart. I mean, that's our goal.
I don't think that's ever going to happen while Trump is in charge, but we'll get close to that. Okay, I have a clip here.
Oh, you're going to bring us all down now? Really?
No, I think you'll enjoy this, I think. Anyway, we got the clip from Fox News, and it was Fox Financial, and they were talking about all the money that Trump is making in crypto.
Oh, boy.
All right, so it's amazing they actually came to this conclusion, finally. It's been pretty obvious for everybody else. This is cut 10. So let's listen to a little clip here of Fox News finally seeing the light.
Okay.
The Trump family just launched a brand new cryptocurrency. It is called WLFI. Lauren, how much has the Trump family itself accumulated of this? How much?
Yeah, for World Liberty Financial and the Wall Street Journal says it's $5 billion. So this coin, WLFI, is currently the 33rd largest coin by market cap, about $6 billion worth, according to CoinGecko. The family holds about a quarter of the tokens out there. They can't sell them, but now that the token has launched on the public markets, we have a valuation for it. The Wall Street Journal says this token is the family's most valuable asset, exceeding their property portfolio.
But they can't sell those tokens. They can't do it.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Correct. Not yet.
My goodness me. $5 billion?
Eye-popping numbers. He is the crypto president, the first one ever. A lot of crypto-friendly legislation regulation.
What it amounts to is it's crypto-friendly legislation coming from the president of the United States, who is in turn cashing in on the crypto phase. Personally, his family.
Conflict of interest. They say no, but that's how it appears.
Yes, that's how it appears.
Good morning. Good. Cheerio.
I just
Cheerio.
What? Just amazing that they're just pointing out how greedy this president is and how much money he's making.
$5 billion?
The emoluments clause. Whatever happened to that in the Constitution?
That got erased a long time ago.
Yeah. See, he just walked past it, and no one cares anymore, right?
Yeah. Oh my
Okay,
God.
here's a gigantic story that we didn't get to, but this is. Trump promised his presidency would usher in the golden age for American workers, but his administration has gutted union protections for tens of thousands of federal workers in what labor activists and historians have called the largest acts of union busting in American history.
Wow.
This is a huge story. Nearly 500,000 federal workers lost their union protections last month after an appeals court upheld Trump's decisions. And days later, this was just after Labor Day, Trump issued another executive order similarly stripping union rights from thousands of more employees at 6 federal agencies.
Wow.
Since the 1960s, government union workers could shape parental leave, overtime, and workplace issues and conditions. Not anymore. To Trump, those union protections, this is exactly what they were saying here, were a war against his agenda.
Okay.
Yes.
Get rid of the unions.
That's
completely.
Right. He
for the
really,
federal
he's
workers.
out there working for the American family, hardworking Americans, isn't
Sure.
he? The gutted union protections for workers included doctors, nurses and social workers who care for veterans, as well as park rangers, emergency responders, scientists at NASA and the Weather Service, and thousands of other federal workers stripped of their union protections. Gone.
That's it.
Union busted, just like Scott Walker did in this state with Act 10.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Now, I would assume that this would get more coverage. I have not really seen much coverage on this particular story, but here we are.
Boy. Okay. Wow.
Well,
that's
what's
just
going on?
incredible. Nothing.
Is there a fire?
No.
Sometimes
We're
I'm
just getting-
thinking, there's so many arms waving here. I'm thinking, we got an emergency back there.
Didn't
Somebody's
mean to
having
distract
a heart attack.
you. I know you're easily distracted.
I am.
but, yeah.
You know that already.
You know,
so-
I'm just, it's time to wrap things up. But
Oh,
I
it
just
is?
want to say, I can't wait to go to the Brewers game today.
Yes.
It's going to be against the Philadelphia Phillies. Just want to remind our listeners, we'll meet you there at the ballpark. And you've got your tickets already.
We hope
Just show up.
called up and
got
a
parking
ticket for you.
Yeah, because the parking rates go up today.
Well, I didn't know that.
The day of the game.
Our first time there, we
Yeah,
got
a long
there and we
time.
thought,
Yeah.
we don't have tickets to park.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did
supposed
all
to
the
do that.
sign up online.
Yeah.
All that
Everything else.
work.
Yeah, you have to do it or else it's twice as much. I mean, especially, by the way, they raised the price for the Cubs games.
Did they
Yeah.
really?
Oh, no. Oh,
For the parking?
For parking, yes. It's twice the price.
That's the Cubs for you.
I thought it was a little pricey.
They really get it pricey for the Cubs. They
Of
know
course
they
they
can
do,
get
because
all the
everybody's
Chicagoans
coming up from
in.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Let's get them for everything they got. Why
Well,
not?
they're getting us too.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. All right. Well, it should be a good day at the ballpark. We'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Coming up tomorrow, also, Rocker with a Maxine preview. Pam Yankee and Savannah Tomei Olson will join us. That's it for us for today. Stephanie Miller's next.
All right.
Talk to you in 22 hours. So long.
See you later.